another. It's like a bizarro version of Wolf Run.
Yep.
In a way, it's another Wolf Run deck, just not the same version as we're used to seeing.
So Marco's Inkmoth Nexus, and Sean plays a
Sea-Chrome Coast.
Yep. So, wow. So Mark doesn't have a green mana, which is definitely not what he wants. He wants green mana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
At
Sean
this
takes.
point, he's got a colorless and a red, like one of his 2 mountains.
Yeah, and Sean's got to like that. Sean passes with 2 mana open. Hopefully he's sitting on like a mana leak, or he's just going to think twice. Yeah, definitely when the pretty much mono green player doesn't have a green. Wow, and he still doesn't have a green land. But he's going to try to play a Palladium Mirror, which gets met by a mana leak. So Sean's definitely in the control seat right here. He's got all his lands that he needs, and Mark pretty much has nothing in play of relevance. All right, so I kind of feel like Mark just drew a green, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, I hope so for his sake at this point.
If not, he's definitely. Oh, okay. So he just passes the turn. He doesn't even try to get in one with the Inkmoth Nexus. What do you think he's playing around here?
Yeah, maybe he's concerned.
Like he has no instant that he can play.
I'm not sure. It's interesting, and there's no condemn anymore.
I mean, the only thing is dismember.
Right.
But I don't know. That's kind of weird. I mean, if you're so screwed, you might as well just try to be like, all right, the only shot I can win is just give him 10 poisons. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm with you on that. I think.
But him just sitting there doing nothing for 2 turns in a row is not going to help at all, because it gives Sean the opportunity to play Think Twice, flash it back. You know?
Yeah. Sean is drawing tons of cards.
Yeah.
Here and.
I mean, I can see Sean just slamming down like a Gideon or something right now.
Yeah, which he's got land Gideon.
There you go.
Land Gideon. No, he's going to go land Ratchet Bomb.
I don't understand. I do not understand how people play control decks. Just play. What is that guy going to do? Play a Gideon, you win the game.
Well, maybe because Sean is not familiar with what Mark is playing. Maybe he's a little bit less.
Personally, I would not be worried if my opponent had 2 colorless lands in a mountain. You know.
Well, the other thing is, if you're going to play main deck Ratchet Bomb, playing it early is the time to play it, I guess.
Why doesn't he put
There's a Druidic Satchel.
Why did he put a counter on the Ratchet Bomb?
That's a good question. I didn't see him activate that. Maybe he's just waiting for information. Yeah. So is that the Copper Mirror or the Palladium Mirror? One of those mirrors.
Yeah. So he uses a Satchel and he hits a Ratchet Bomb, which means that he gains 2 life, which is kind of irrelevant. And now he's going to put a counter on the Ratchet Bomb. I don't know. If I was playing in Sean's seat, Mark would have been at 8 life already, I think. Gideon would have been out there for like 2 turns.
Yeah.
For everybody at home, I'm going to give you guys advice about playing control. When your opponent has no lands, beat them down quick. I don't know. That's what I do.
You got to. Yeah, I mean, you want to capitalize on the fact that they are not running very well at this point.
Yeah, I feel like in life, people always think the other person has it, but in reality, nobody has it.
Yeah,
in anything you do, in Magic, in poker, in work, in anything, they never have it.
One of the things that there's a Viridian Emissary from Mark.
Yeah.
Actually able to hit green mana off of the Copper Mirror. And Druidic Satchel activation sees Snapcaster Mage, gives Sean a 1/1.
Okay.
One of the things that I try to think of, like while I'm playing, is bluff and call their bluff. So I'm gonna try to bluff that I have it. And I'm gonna pretend they never do.
Yeah.
And it's
usually obvious when they do have it, because it's so rare that somebody actually has it. Whatever it is, it's so rare they have it that you know when they do have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely. I mean, bluffing mana leak is good.
Sure. Yeah.
Calling somebody's bluff, make them have a mana leak is good too. I think so. Yeah. There's a saproling there, an actual.
All right, and now.
So Ratchet Bomb
is going to destroy the Copper Mirror and the Emissary.
Yeah. So he's going to give Mark access to green now.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even that
he already
good
had access to green, so in this way he just gets a forest instead of a
yeah, but he does it on his upkeep because it comes into play tapped. Yeah. But in reality, that Ratchet Bomb wasn't even, like, some people at home might think, wow, 2 for 1, but it's not. It's only a 2 for 2.
It was
essentially, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Or, he traded his Ratchet Bomb.
A 1 for 1.
Right. It was more like
it was a Ratchet Bomb for a Copper Mirror.
Right.
Because the Emissary just got a forest anyway.
Exactly. But we're going to see how good the Druidic Satchel is here.
So. All right, so Mark draws a forest. And, so he plays out a Rampant Growth. I mean, Sean should just let that resolve. Unless he... I mean, he does have Snapcaster Mage, so he could have Snapcastered and...
Mana Leak.
And Mana Leak, yeah.
Yeah, at this point it looks like Sean's content to let Mark...
Develop his mana?
Yeah, develop, which may not be the best idea, but...
Is that really Kenny Adams on back of that...
yeah, it is. I've seen the actual picture.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Alright, so Sean hits a land. So Sean's up to 8 lands right now. He uses the Satchel once again. And he draws a second Snapcaster Mage. Swings it for 1. So Mark goes down to 19. That one guy looked at me. He's playing his match. Maybe we're talking to after that guy. I hope not. Alright, so finally Gideon comes down. And it's going to go up to 8.
One of the plays that Mike Flores mentioned about Druidic Satchel is activating it at the end of your opponent's turn, and if you see a Snapcaster, activating it again during your upkeep to get a double dude out of it. You get two.
Well, I mean, if you want to do it.
If you want the extra guy.
Yeah, you can kind of control what you actually want.
Right.
Yeah, alright, so Worm Coil is going to be met by Dissipate.
So, Mark attempts to get some power on the board.
And here comes a bird.
Birds of Paradise for Mark. So,
Mark's
got plenty of mana.
Yeah, I mean, Sean's in complete control of this game. All he has to do is sit on both his Snapcaster Mages, keep a Bastion for 6 with Gideon, and that's pretty much game. Because you could just go Snapcaster Mage for Dissipate, Snapcaster Mage for Dissipate.
Does he have double Dissipate?
No,
or Mana Leak.
Yeah. Mana Leak and Dissipate, yeah.
Yeah, he's in good shape right here. Kind of depending on what Mark plays. Mark can play around the Mana Leak with something. Oh, actually, he doesn't have Thrun. So he's got... How much mana does he have? He could play a Batterskull and still have Mana Leak.
Yeah, but I mean, Sean could just Dissipate. Whatever the first one is,
right?
Sean could either Mana Leak or Dissipate accordingly, and, So, and I mean, plus Sean has, Satchel, he still has Gideon, So it looks like game 1's probably going to go to Sean. But that's only because Mark stumbled so bad on his mana.
Yeah, he stumbled very badly in the beginning. So there's a
Worm
Coil playing around Mana Leak.
Yeah.
Snapcaster Mage, flashing back Dissipate. So exactly as you mentioned.
And I think at the end of the turn, Sean's just going to use a Satchel. See what it is. Probably going to be a land.
Looks like it is. Comes into play.
All right.
I think that's one of the best ways to get value out of those, satchels. I'd rather
it's pretty much
land.
drawing. Of course, you just draw a
card and play a land. That seems so good.
All right.
And Sean playing Ponder, which can actually help set
that
exactly.
Sort of thing up. Whatever he wants.
Look how much. I mean, Mark is a ramp deck, and I think has less land than Sean.
Yeah, so he's going to chump right there. So
Snapcaster and Sapling.
So watch this now. If Mark would have played, if he would have attacked with the Nexuses, all right, he could actually almost kill Sean right now with the land and with a Nexus. Am I not right?
Does he have the Wolf Run?
I'm pretty sure he's got the Wolf Run land, right? Yeah, he's
right there. Right there, yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the first lands he played, I think.
Yeah, it was Nexus, Mountain, Wolf Run.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So and he could have gotten at least. I'm pretty sure it was 2 more poisons. So essentially, Sean should have been at least 3 poisons right here. All right, there's a Primeval Titan.
And here, playing around Mana Leak.
Yeah. So what's Sean's hand?
So somebody said something about Ratchet Bomb for 0, but it does not kill lands.
Yeah, it doesn't kill lands. Yeah.
Right.
So, do we know Mark's exact life? All right. So he's going to go Snapcaster, and then he's going to Mana Leak it anyway, just to tap Mark out. Mark's going to pay. Yeah, I don't know. Mark's probably going to fetch up two Nexuses at this point. I mean, what else does he really want?
Right.
Glimmer Post? Yeah, I guess Glimmer Post is probably good. 2 of those.
Yeah, that looks like what he went with. So gains some life here, gives himself a little bit more time, and Primeval Titan's pretty scary, pretty threatening, but Sean has so much on board right now.
Yeah, I think the Primeval Titan might have to block the Gideon, depending on the exact life total. If not, then Sean will just make everybody attack Gideon, so he doesn't die to a Nexus.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I felt that the early game was played slightly different. Mark might have been able to win the game. I mean,
yeah, and if
he might still be able to win.
I guess the decision is how much do you lean on Inkmoth Nexus, and in the case where Mark was pretty screwed on mana early,
he should have went all in.
He that would have been probably at least at that point when he had really nothing else to do.
Yeah,
there's really no.
Because obviously, if Sean has 7 lands and he's not doing anything, his hand's going to be counterspell. So why are you playing right into his counterspells? All right, so everybody's going to have to attack Gideon. And then Sean plays Sun Titan and passes.
Sean resolves, Sun Titan gets back. Did he get back a Ratchet Bomb?
Yeah, that was like the only thing he could have got.
Yeah.
So.
Is there like nothing in Sean's graveyard? I think he's flashed back Mana Leak, Dissipate,
and return the Ratchet Bomb.
Return the Ratchet Bomb, yeah.
So those were the 3 things. All right, here it comes. A Karn, wow.
Karn liberated.
Wow.
That's big.
Yeah.
And
wow.
We have a Druidic Satchel activation off of
Gideon
from Sean,
which does nothing.
Shows Gideon doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Essentially, I mean, it gains 2 life.
That's
Mark
huge.
might actually be able to win this game.
Yeah, he's actually doing a great job. He's done a great job of running Sean out of counterspells. I mean, basically, Sean had 4 counterspells, and he hit. What, Worm Coil.
So, 4... It probably comes down to what's in actually Mark's hand.
Yeah, he can...
So he could go up to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10... So he could have 13, he could have 14 mana next turn, is that correct? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12... No, he could have more. Wait.
And I see 11 lands in play. Is that Bird of Paradise is in his graveyard? Or
is
that land? Like, is that his graveyard? Or
that's his graveyard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something could attack to go to 13, play a land 14. So he could have access to 14 mana. So Mark uses Karn's ability.
Yeah, to remove Sun Titan, exile Sun Titan, and swings with Primeval Titan.
Yeah, so he's gonna go get his last Glimmer Post, add another Nexus, or he's gonna get a Wolf. Wait, how many?
That's a Kessig Wolf Run, yeah.
How many Glimmer? Oh, yeah, that's.
I see 3 Glimmer Posts.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
okay. He did get his last Glimmer Post.
What? Wait, why wouldn't he get a Nexus?
Does he? How many Nexuses?
He plays 4 Nexus.
4, did he not?
Like, what's the purpose of getting that second
Wolf Run? Maybe he. I'm not sure why he would go with that over a Wolf, because he can only.
Yeah, essentially like having 1 and having 2 is it's better just to have 1 and put all your mana into it. So.
I mean, he could be playing around Ghost Quarter, but if there's a Ghost Quarter, it's just going to kill the Nexus that he. Ghost Quarter. Basically, if he gets.
Yeah, Sean does have the Ghost Quarter in play.
Where's Ghost? I see Buried Ruin up top. Isn't that Buried Ruin?
It might be Buried Ruin.
I think it's Buried Ruin.
Okay.
So, if Sean has Ghost Quarter, he can take his pick. You know, if he gets a Kessig Wolf Run here, it activates Nexus, and the Wolf Run.
Yeah,
the Wolf Run targets the Nexus. I
guess we'll see how it plays off.
I guess the thing is, he's not going in the Nexus plan. He's going over. He's playing around Ghost Quarter, planning on. But he just, he's playing around Ghost Quarter, not worrying about Inkmoth Nexus plan. He's trying to just use Kessig Wolf Run for the trample on the. Not really though, because see, Gideon just took out the Titan. So Gideon kills Primeval Titan. Karn goes away. Karn gets attacked down to 0. So right now, Mark Morrison with tons of lands in play, including double Kessig Wolf Run and at least 1 Inkmoth Nexus. It's hard to tell if he's got more than 1. And Sean has tons of land in play.
Yeah, I think Mark has like 14 lands or something.
Something like that. It's close to 14 or 15 lands.
Yeah.
And activates Inkmoth Nexus. Swings at Sean. Sean says okay. And Mark now activates Kessig Wolf Run. Druidic Satchel. Shows a land. Gives Sean a land. And
I don't understand.
Wow.
I do not understand.
So Sean used the Gideon to kill the Primeval Titan, but did not have an answer for Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised at
like,
that. Why not plus the Gideon if you didn't have an answer to Inkmoth Nexus?
Yeah.
You know?
It didn't really make sense at all. Sean could have easily won that game. Early in the game, if Sean just went turn 5 Gideon, he was just 100% win this game. I feel that Sean is going to rewatch this game. Like, we'll talk to Sean afterwards, but he'll rewatch it and he'll realize how easy it is he could have won that game.
Yeah, I think we've seen both control players take a situation where they could have played more aggressively and win earlier.
I mean, I don't know, but anyway, so Mark wins game 1 miraculously after
stumbling very, very early.
Yeah, this is okay. So anyway, we'll go to sideboard and we'll see how they're going to sideboard. Sean is going to bring in 2 Oblivion Rings, most certainly. He is probably going to bring in the. He's definitely bringing in 2 Oblivion Rings, that's for sure. I would probably bring in the extra Dissipate as well. I feel like counters are really good versus this guy's deck that's just really slow and stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. What else do you think he's going to bring in? Is that it? Two rings to Dissipate? Let's see. I can't really see him bringing in anything else.
Yeah,
all right, this is a sideboard. Celestial Purge, Negate, Oblivion Ring, Surgical Extraction, and an extra Day of Judgment, Ratchet Bomb, Dissipate, Blade Splicer, and Sun Titan. I
mean, if he's playing Ghost Quarter, he can surgically extract the entire Inkmoth or Wolfron kind of thing. If he, you know what I mean? If he either kills an Inkmoth Nexus or Ghost Quarters it.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. It's loose, but
it's
I'm
gonna
just
be 2 Oblivion
like,
Rings and a Dissipate for sure. Like you agree on those 3 he should bring in?
I'm on with the extra counter magic in the Oblivion Ring. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Right. And Mark is going to bring in Acidic Slime, Thrun.
Definitely the Thruns. Let's see. He's got this Ancient Grudge for the satchels.
Do you think so?
I guess it depends on how much he wants to respect the satchels. You know what I mean?
Like personally, in this matchup, I would not respect the satchels that much. Because if Mark's going to come out quick, he's going to come out so quick with his mana ramp that the Satchel's not going to do that much. It's not like Mark's playing like a blue-white control deck as well. I think Satchel's shines in blue-white control matchups, like a mirror match, and it also shines in like a blue-black.
Yeah, other control.
Yeah, exactly. So Mark's kind of mana ramp. I actually take back the fact that Sean's going to win this tournament now. Yeah. Because I personally did not agree with not playing Gideon right there.
Well, maybe that's what he's thinking about. Maybe he's thinking I should have been more aggressive.
Yeah, it's just,
you know.
Yeah, a lot
Hopefully
of times
you learn, you know, that's the thing.
Yeah, I feel that players, once they see their opponent stumble on mana, they kind of feel like, oh, I should just play it really, really safe. And they kind of play it too safe that they kind of screw themselves over and they lose the game because of that. And that's pretty much what happened. So, but yeah, his sideboard, Mark's sideboard for everybody at home if you care, it's Ancient Grudge, Viridian Corruptor, Sword of Feast and Famine, Thrun, and Acidic Slime. That's pretty much a rundown of his.
Yeah, he's got Blasphemous Act.
Yeah, sure. That's another one. But I actually kind of like Mark's deck. It seems pretty cool. He's got some early mana ramp, yeah, it seems okay.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Blasphemous Act. That's the one that it costs 8 and a red. It's sorcery that costs 1 less for each creature on the battlefield and does 13 damage to each creature.
Pretty much a red Ratha guy, kind of.
Yeah, really. Like
in limited, it usually costs like 5 mana, 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. You know, but
against Sean's deck, it doesn't seem so ideal.
Yeah, I guess Mark really wants it against like the creature-based decks.
Right, absolutely.
Where they're gonna have like 3 or 4 creatures in play, so it's only gonna cost them 5 mana.
Yeah, as I mentioned, tokens is a deck. So,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
So there's the green-white version of tokens that seems to be pretty popular using like Gavany Township, and then there's like Jerry actually wrote about it this week on Star City Premium about the blue-white version of tokens. There he is right there, look, peeking over. I didn't even see him.
Jerry Thompson.
Wow.
So I did not see him in a while.
The star of Jerry TV actually.
Yeah.
Wrote about it, and it's to actually be able to play Moorland Haunt and Mana Leak.
Does AJTV still exist?
AJTV, I believe, still exists.
So we have AJTV,
We got
Jerry TV. Yeah. We have like HDTV.
We have HGTV at some point, maybe.
Yeah, we have a lot of TVs. But yeah,
SCGTV.
Yeah, we do. SCG Live.
Yeah.
We have Twitter. We have Magic cards. But yeah,
Magic the Gathering.
And we have premium that we're going to give away.
So
that's good.
Let's see. I think we have some sideboarding plans here.
We do. Wow. Okay. Here's a sideboarding plan.
Let's see. 3 Ratchet Bomb, 1 Think Twice, Day of Judgment, 1 Gideon from Sean coming in. Wait a minute.
He's coming out. So Sean's bringing in 2 Oblivion Rings, a Blade Splicer, the 2 Surgical Extractions, and the Dissipate.
So he is going with the O-Rings and the Dissipates, like you suggested, and the Surgical Extractions, as I mentioned.
Yeah, and the extra Blade Splicer.
And an extra Blade Splicer.
Dude, he's thinking about Ratchet Bombs. Ratchet Bomb is such a bad card.
I don't like it. I mean, I played it when it came out in Scars, and I really haven't played it much since.
People would not play it. Okay, so I won a Moto PTQ, and the Moto PTQ that I won, I first picked Ratchet Bomb in my draft, and I didn't even play Ratchet Bomb. That's how bad it is. I first picked it because there was nothing in the pack.
Yeah, you're just like
it wasn't even good. It wasn't even really good at limited. It was just bad kind of. But I feel like it's just a card you're always going to board out. Oblivion Ring on the other hand is just good. It just kills cost. I don't know. These people need to read more Jerry Thompson's articles so they can learn.
Well, my feeling about Ratchet Bomb is obviously good. I think it's fine. If there are that many like tokens decks, if you can play it, and if you're trying to hit a lot of 0 casting cost stuff or 1 casting cost stuff, but obviously it gets worse the more you want to.
And Day of Judgment does the same thing versus the tokens because you're killing creatures. You're killing token creatures. Like say if there was like some 1-mana artifact that you had to kill or something, but there's really not.
Yeah, I just think it's more of a sideboard card in this particular metagame when tokens is a deck, but I wouldn't main deck it. And I think it's so, in my experience, this is just me, in my experience, it's so slow. It's always been a card where I've been like, well, when I need an answer, this is not it.
Yeah.
So Sean goes with the turn 1 Island and Ponder.
His hand right now is Plains, Ponder, Dismember, Surgical Extraction. So I mean, his opening hand was good, a double Ponder. And it looks like he's going to keep the cards. It looked like a Oblivion Ring, a Snapcaster Mage, or something else possibly, and a land. Yeah.
So Mark has a turn 1 Forest and passes back to Sean. Sean turn 2 Seachrome Coast, second Ponder of the game for Sean. Now we do have the sideboard plans for Mark. Looks like 4 Palladium Mirror, 2 Solemn Simulacrum, 2 Viridian Emissaries came out, 2 Thruns, 2 Ancient Grudge, 2 Sword of Feast and Famine, 1 Viridian Corruptor, and 1 Acidic Slime came in.
Alright, so Sean shuffles up this time. And let's see what Sean draws. Sean draws another Seachrome Coast.
And a third Ponder.
Alright, so yeah, it was a third Ponder. Alright. So I think I saw a Sun Titan, but I could be wrong. Alright, and Sean passes the turn. Oh, he's got a Blade Splicer for next turn, yeah.
So Mark has a turn 2 Forest.
Hopefully it's a Rampant Growth or something.
And there it is, Rampant Growth.
Awesome. So he's probably going to go fetch up a Mountain here.
Yeah, he's only got 2 in the deck, so may as well set himself up at this point to have it.
Yep, there it is. There's a Mountain. And Marshall's going to pass a turn after that. And on Sean's turn, Sean's probably going to play the Seachrome Coast and then a Blade Splicer to start to get aggro. Because he didn't get aggro last game, so maybe he learned his lesson.
And I don't if he even has anything in his hand. Yeah, that's where he's going.
Yep.
I'm going to say I don't even know if he has any defensive cards in his hand at this point, so going aggro seems like the best plan.
Yeah. So right now, the best card for Mark to play is probably just like a Solemn. Oh, well, he doesn't...
Fear the Suns from Mark.
Yeah. And is he short on mana? Is that it? Yeah, wow.
He does not have a land drop.
That's pretty unfortunate for Mark. Because right now, if Mark actually went like Solemn, he could have just pulled even further ahead.
Really, yeah, at this point, his Rampant Growth just was his land drop.
Yeah.
He had the Rampant Growth to just hit a land drop. So, but Sphere of the Sun's pseudo land drop as well.
Snapcaster Mage.
Snapcaster Mage flashes back a Ponder for Sean after getting in there for 4 with the Blade Splicer and Golem.
And Sean actually does have a Sun Titan in his hand. So as long as Sean hits his land drop, for the next 2 turns, he's going to just bust out a Sun Titan.
And I think he's ensuring that now with these Ponders.
Like, honestly, is in Sean's deck, like how much better is Sun Titan than Frost Titan? Like what is?
What is he getting back with the Sun
Titan? He's getting back Blade Splicer, like Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, he can get back satchels. He can get back ratchet bombs, even though.
I feel sometimes Sun Titan doesn't even do that much.
Oblivion Ring only if they were like blown up or countered or something.
All right, so Mark misses another land drop, but drops a Thrun.
Yeah, so Thrun for Mark will make things a little bit more threatening.
Yeah, but I mean, Sean has a Gideon now.
Sean drops Gideon.
Yeah, so Sean's gonna go Gideon into
+2, and
then he's gonna play Sun Titan next turn as long as he has land. Which he doesn't have a land, but Sean's hand is just so good anyway. It's like Dismember, Sun Titan. I mean, the Surgical Extraction seems like it does nothing in Sean's like game plan and against Mark's deck. I don't really understand why he brought that in.
So I play Surgical Extraction in blue-black, but I like it as a I use it in a way as kind of a Gitaxian probe that also kind of gets rid of something troublesome. Like I've used it on somebody's Snapcaster Mage just because like I want to see what's in their hand, and I get rid of their Snapcasters, and I can, you know.
Is anybody else not a fan of the thumbs up that Sean gives when he's like completely tapped out?
I'm fine with the thumbs up.
You're fine, okay. All right. And so Mark just Rampant Growths, and let's see if he has another play for the turn. All right, so there it is, the Ancient Grudge sideboard tech. Yeah, I guess Ancient Grudge does kill the token as well.
Yeah. So Thrun comes over, plays with Gideon a little bit.
I think I might have chumped with that Blade Splicer. Wouldn't you chump with that Blade Splicer?
Just to protect the Gideon a little bit longer? I mean, he can do it here
protect
too.
With the Gideon, but also he has Sun Titan in his hand, so why not get that Blade Splicer in the yard?
Good call.
You know what I'm saying?
He goes with another Blade Splicer here.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Does he just doesn't have? Does he have the land though for the Sun Titan?
No, he doesn't have the land this turn.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So maybe that's what he was thinking. I'm just gonna play another Blade Splicer here. So
it seems like the Twitter family loves Ratchet Bomb for some reason.
Yeah, some people like it. Some people agreed with us though.
Okay, I guess it's mixed emotions on Ratchet Bomb. If I offended anybody about Ratchet Bomb, I don't apologize.
Hey, everybody's got their own opinion.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm with you. I think it's too slow.
Yeah.
I think it's fine in the sideboard, but not main deck.
All right, so let's see what Mark's play is going to be for the turn.
So Mark with 5 lands, a Thrun, and a Sphere of the Suns on board now casts a Sword of Feast and Famine into Sean's 2 open mana. But it appears to have resolved, and Thrun picks it up. So Troll with Swords, that's an old classic there from original Mirrodin block where it was Troll Ascetic. But
yeah, he flashbacks Ancient Grudge, and now he chumps with the Blade Splicer. And there's a Think Twice.
So Sean able to prevent that sword from killing Gideon at this point. That's Thrun with the sword.
Yeah, I mean Sean drew a 6th land, so now he's going to drop Sun Titan.
So +2 on the Gideon again, protecting himself.
I wouldn't even +2. I would just activate an attack. Why would you not attack for 9 there? I don't understand.
That's a good point.
Is not a good play to deal your opponent 9 damage? You know what I'm saying?
He's afraid of what Mark is able to do here.
What would he be able to do?
You're right.
Like he's got to get through a Sun Titan, a Blade Splicer, and a token. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think the attack would have been
better.
Would have been better. Yeah. I'm just trying to think it out here a little bit, but it does seem like Sean's.
But look at Sean's hand. He has a bunch of cards that are kind of useless. Like the Satchel is just too slow and useless in this matchup. I feel the same thing with Surgical Extraction. Like the way Sean is trying to attack and win the game, he's more of going on an aggressive route rather than these defensive, sometimes useless cards in his hand. All right, Mark plays a Primeval Titan. He's gonna go get an Inkmoth Nexus and the Wolf Run land.
Yep, Kessig Wolf Run and Inkmoth Nexus from the Primeval Titan.
Yeah.
Now Sean can extract those Primeval Titans if he manages to kill it. That seemed to be like the plan against Valakut a lot, was Memoricide against Primeval Titan. I don't know that it's that good. I don't know that it's as good against Wolf Run. As I was saying earlier, I feel like they have better, like more versatile answers. But Mark isn't playing the traditional version. He's playing more of an artifact heavy version. No Garruk.
All right. So
in Mark's deck.
Now Sean's attacking with everything. Sun Titan does not tap. All right, good. All right, and that's game.
And yeah, Sean able to take it down by getting aggressive there.
Yeah.
When faced down with Mark's Titan and Thrun with sword. So
yeah. All right, so they're shuffling for game 3. I mean, I have to give this match to Mark because he's on the play, and I'm not a big fan of how Sean currently sideboarded.
Yeah, it's he was able to take that game down, but it's funny because it seemed like Mark stumbled more game 1. Oh, he still won.
Yeah, he definitely did. But the reason why Sean won that game because Sean didn't play like draw, go, and do nothing for the entire game.
Yeah.
He played a Blaze Splicer and he played a Gideon on turn 5. He got aggressive and he won because of it. Because that's what you have to do against these slow decks. I mean, if your opponent's playing Karn and all these like 6 and 7 drops, obviously you want to develop your board before those cards come out.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Blade Splicers help. That's exactly what we were saying earlier, and he was saying to us earlier about Blade Splicer being, you know, some of these decks that you're playing against, you want to be the beatdown. And I guess maybe he learned from game 1 that he should be at least more aggressive with it than he was early. So,
what's Evil Presence? Somebody tweeted us in.
it's the one. It's like a spreading seas, but it turns it into a swamp.
It's like 2 mana, and they lose 2 life or something.
Did I spell that wrong?
When it becomes tapped.
There it is. Yeah, Enchanted Land is a swamp. It costs 1 black.
That's like
Spreading Seas. It doesn't draw you a
yeah.
card.
It's too much card disadvantage. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that card, but good tweet. It's like an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I'm trying to think. Basically, you're not costing them any mana. You know, so you may be better off playing Ghost Quarter. You know what I mean? If you're gonna just let them still have that land, because Ghost Quarter does something similar, where it gives them a land. I mean, gives them a basic.
Yeah, Ghost Quarter is just better because Ghost Quarter doesn't take up a slot in your deck, and you can Ghost Quarter yourself. It's more versatile than
right.
Yeah. All right, but again, I think Mark should not be bringing in the Ancient Grudges. That's just my personal opinion. I think he should just bring in the Thruns, the Acidic Slimes, and I guess the Swords are pretty good.
The only thing about the Swords is it's pro black and green, which Sean's not playing anything of.
And it could always just get chumped by like a Snap Caster Mage. I keep calling it Snap Keeper Mage because Matt Sperling wrote that on my wall just because I just always Snap Keep all my hands.
Yeah. So you are the Snap Keeper Mage? Is that what it is?
Yeah. If I ever won the Invitational, Snap Keeper Mage would be a good name for my card.
Yeah.
To say the least.
When you design a card, just call it that.
Yeah.
Nobody will get it confused with Snap Caster Mage.
Yeah, definitely.
One other thing, Ghost Quarter, good with Sun Titan, as someone mentioned on Twitter.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But I just feel that sometimes Sun Titan doesn't do that much. I really like Frost Titan. Nobody plays Frost Titan anymore. I think it's good.
Well, it's good when there's so many Primeval Titans running around, and I know Mike Flores has mentioned it as being a possibility in his some of his recent articles, because he's playing that blue-red deck. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't see it.
He's it's blue-red control, and he's using Snapcaster Mage with Brimstone Volley.
Okay.
So obviously that's just 10 damage right there. If you can play the Brimstone Volley for 5 and then play Snapcaster and flash it back,
sure,
seems very good.
Yep.
As just one of the winning interactions in that deck, hitting somebody for 10 off of those just 2 cards seems very good. Frost Titan being one of the cards that he was considering for the deck. I don't know that he actually played with it, but it's definitely something that he's considered. Yeah. There's just a lot of kind of good cards available for control decks right now. If you're playing the blue-black, you have Grave Titan. If you're playing blue-white, you have Sun Titan, and both have options to go Consecrated Sphinx, Wormcoil Engine,
Frost Titan even,
and Frost Titan. Right. Yeah. So Frost Titan seems to be as good as it is. It's almost kind of the last, in line for those slots.
Doesn't that guy Mark look like some guy from like a movie? I don't know what movie.
I don't know. He does.
He kind of looks like one of those guys from a movie.
He has movie star good looks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he kind of does. And he's kind of modest about it. He shrugs. He's like, yeah, I can play in a movie or two. Why not?
So it looks like Sean brought in 2 negates for Think Twice. Took out 2 Think Twice, brought in 2 negates. Seems reasonable against.
I feel like negate's another card that's like not that good. He's on the draw, and something you want to negate is the rampant growth in turn 2 or the sphere, but you can't because you're on the draw. I think negate's not good.
Yeah, like what can he negate? He can negate the Zenith, which he hasn't even seen. I don't think this game.
Nothing.
Zenith, Batter Skull, Rampant.
Can you unplug my charger?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so they're getting ready for game 3. They're laying out their 7 cards. I personally feel Mark's going to take this game down. And he draws his opening 7. He's kind of going pretty slow. It looks like he might not like his hand. Or maybe he's just pretending. If you can't get it, it's okay. That's fine. Oh, you got it? All right,
yeah,
good.
I think I got it.
All right. Somebody said you could negate swords. Yeah, I mean, of course you could negate the sword, but it's like there's like 4 cards you can negate or whatever total. All right, are they keeping? All right, they're keeping. All right, turn 1 Forest for Mark. He passes his turn. And here comes a Ponder, it looks like. Yep. So we can't see what cards he is thinking about, but I think he is deciding to keep, and yeah, he does keep. And passes the turn. So it looks like Sean wanted to get an island there. That's what it looked like. All right. All right, so Mark plays a Nexus and passes. So he didn't have a turn 2 play, which is kind of sad for Mark.
I wonder if he top decked that Nexus or...
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Because
if he played a turn 1, he could have turn 2 attacked.
It's probably a Palladium Mirror. Yep, it is.
There's Palladium
and it
Mirror
resolves.
Off of a mountain.
But there's Dismember.
Dismember.
Sean kind of gave a shrug like you got me. And then you Dismembered, which, you know, they're not too necessary.
Yeah,
it's not like Mark could,
Dismember.
It's not like Mark could have done anything. But anyway, let's see what Sean has for his turn 3.
There's a Snapcaster off the top for Sean.
Oh, so he plays Satchel? Okay.
Satchel on turn 3.
All right.
So Mark can go Forest Thrun here.
I mean, Forest Solemn or Land Solemn would be really good.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Forest there, so it's going to be. He's going with
the Ancient Grudge. Okay. All right. Maybe these Ancient Grudges are good.
So he's respecting the Satchel anyway.
Yeah.
So Inkmoth Nexus in for a poison.
Yeah. I want to see what like that Ancient Grudge like would have been. You know, like what did he take out to actually bring in those?
Yeah.
You think Mark maybe took out his Solemns?
He did actually cut some. How many was he playing main?
He was playing 4 Solemns.
Okay, he did cut 2 of them.
Really?
In round.
I feel like I would much rather have a Solemn than like Ancient Grudge. Like if Sean's gonna get extra lands, but I'm gonna get extra lands and I'm the ramp deck, I would rather get extra lands. I wouldn't really care that.
But interestingly, Mark actually sided out 2 more Thruns, so he's only got. Did he side in?
Well, Sean's stuck on land in the meantime.
Yeah, so Mark actually doesn't have the Thruns. He took them back out. He only sided in 2, and he sided them back out for game 3.
Yo, right now, Mark just needs to go beat down a Nexus. This is how you win versus these control decks. You just go beat down a Nexus.
Right, like take advantage of it. So he's got Wormcoil Engine.
I don't understand. Yeah, if you have Nexus and your opponent is mana screwed here, all you have to do is build up your poison counters, and then they eventually have to tap out for something, and then you play your spell. Like when they're on 6 or 7 poison counters, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna have to tap out. I don't understand this line of play.
Yeah, maybe people aren't capitalizing on Nexus as well. We saw this actually with Brian Sondag, who ended up winning the tournament, but Mike Flores last time in Nashville. Well, meanwhile, Matalik hits the what was it? Mark just tried to Green Sun Zenith. Yeah. It's hard to tell, but Green Sun Zenith attempts to resolve. Sean has Matalik, but all
right.
And there's near battles here.
Snapcaster mage.
Snapcaster will flashback that Matalik. So Mark goes threat, and Sean has answers for all of them. Dissipate, Dissipate, Matalik, Snapcaster.
Yeah. So right now, the way I would have played it, Sean would have been at like 5 poison counters or so, right? 4 or 5.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then God forbid if I don't even know. I mean, Sean's stuck on 4 lands. Like, what is Sean gonna do?
Well, he attacked with Snapcaster last turn, and here looks like we're going on the Nexus beatdown. Mark arranging his lands. No, never mind. Primeval Titan. I thought he was going to activate the Nexus, swing in, and activate Kessig Wolf Run.
All right,
but instead he resolves the Primeval Titan.
Yeah. So this is probably a game right here.
Yeah, it's definitely. Sean's already under plenty of pressure, and Primeval Titan. Well, Sean's theoretically under pressure from the Ink Moth Nexus Kessig Wolfron that Mark already had on the table.
Yes.
Mark adds to that pressure with the Primeval Titan. So next turn, Mark can attack from 2 different angles here.
Yeah, I mean, this game's definitely in Mark's favor. He's probably like 90. He's probably 95% chance to win right now.
Right. Somebody mentions about Sean flashing back Dismember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can flash back Dismember to take out the Ink Moth Nexus, but you're forcing him to do that and use that. Does he have another Snapcaster? Because if not, then if he would have used that, then Mark would have resolved.
Yeah, I mean, the game would have been different, but
he would have resolved the Battle Sphere because there would have been no Snapcaster. So Sean now has an Oblivion Ring for the Primeval Titan, but might not matter. Sean attacks with Snapcaster Mage and passes back to Mark. Sean was able to hit his 5th land, though.
Is he dead on board, Sean?
Kind of depends. I don't know. He doesn't have many good answers to Ink Moth Nexus besides Ghost Quarter, which he does not have in play. He's just got Dismember.
So it looks like Mark's going to cast something here.
And he's got Dismember, Ghost Quarter.
Or it might just be... He's tapping 5.
Yeah, he's got no good answers to Ink Moth Nexus besides Ghost Quarter.
He's tapping 6. Is it a... Wow, another Titan. Yep, alright. That resolves. So...
Mark looks like he's got this match at this point. 2nd Primeval Titan resolves in consecutive turns. Mark gets an Ink Moth Nexus and a Glimmer Post. Or Glimmer. Yeah, I always get them mixed up. Glimmer Post, Cloud Post, Glimmer Void.
Yeah, Glimmer Void. That's what I was thinking too.
Glimmer Void's the one from the original Mirrodin blocker. Actually adds colors.
So I think Nexus is going to get in for 1 here.
Yeah.
Bringing Sean up to 2 poison counters. And, I mean, I don't think there's anything Sean could actually really do right here. He finally drew his 6th land, so he could play Sun Titan, but that does nothing.
Yeah, the loss of Condemn for blue-white gives them...
Why is Mark not blocking with his Primeval Titan there?
Dismember? Playing around Dismember?
So Sean's, like, trying to bluff Dismember, and he's just making it too obvious, kind of?
Yeah. I mean, it looks to me like that Mark is playing around Dismember, but Sean resolves Gideon, which will protect him for at least a turn here.
Yeah, I mean, Titan still goes get more lands, you know?
Yeah, so what I was saying earlier about Brian Sondag, Mike and I saw him have multiple Nexuses in play that he could have just been attacking with, just rather than trying to kill in one hit with a Nexus and a Wolf Run, just keep attacking with multiple Nexuses. And, if he has a Doomblade, fine, like let him Doomblade one and the other Nexus gets in or something.
What do you mean, Dismember you're talking about?
No, I mean like not in this match, but we were talking about in Sondag's match versus Valenti actually.
Yeah.
It ended up being a draw, I think, that match, that round that we were talking about. But
I mean, this is definitely good to watch because you learn a lot. Because you get to see a match from like a different perspective, and you get to hear like our thoughts too. So you could definitely learn how to play these decks. Rather than just like playing so much on Moto, you watch like a SCG Live, and you get to
some more just more experience in a kind of different way. Maybe not playing, but trying to think how you would play it. So Primeval Titan attacks Gideon, presumably gets a Rootbound Crag and I believe a Kessig Wolf Run.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean really like that's something now. I'm the biggest hole I see in his deck is that I feel like Wolf Run decks are really popular right now, and he really doesn't have much of an answer to Ghost Quarter. I mean, to Ink Moth Nexus other than Ghost Quarter and Dismember. He's got 2 Dismember in the entire 75.
Yeah, I mean
3 Ghost Quarter.
Yeah. I mean, personally, you could, I mean, with Nexus plus the trample ability, it's tough for him to stop.
Yeah, exactly. So Gideon goes down. And Mark resolves Green Sun Zenith for a 3rd Primeval Titan.
Yeah.
Which this is just overwhelming.
I think he's got like all his lands in play.
Yeah, he just gets Mountain and Wolf Run here. Could you pass me a water?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so Mark's shuffling up. I mean, I don't even know what. I mean, a Day of Judgment wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, see, that's...
Because of Nexuses.
Right. Nexus is actually... Inkmoth Nexus is so good. I think Jerry said that on Jerry TV.
Good, yeah. Block the Snapcaster Mage.
It's a Snapcaster. It's chumped, and yeah, he does not have the...
Like, just on principle, don't let, like, Sean bluff you 2 damage.
Right, it's the situation we were saying earlier. It's like bluff and call their bluff. Like, okay, you're gonna bluff this member?
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst that can happen? He dismembers your Primeval Titan, and you still have another one there. You still have Inkmoth Nexus and Kessig Wolf Run, multiple Nexuses, multiple Wolf Runs at this point. Like, there's no reason that you need to fear losing your Primeval Titan.
All right, in this game, so Mark Morrison takes it down, and Sean loses. But
I think this may be one of the reasons that Blue-Black is so good right now. If Wolf Run is so popular, Blue-Black matches up pretty well against it.
Yes. But I feel that Sean could have taken the match.
Yeah, I
felt Sean should have won game 1.
And he did win game 2, so that may have been...
Yeah, and that could have been it right there. And I didn't really like it. Like, okay, so before the game started, I said Negate is probably just some bad card. And then he died with Negate in his